we're going to continue our discussion of supply and demand, and we're going to add a new scenario to the mix, and this is third-party payer markets. This is a really interesting concept. It's actually one of my favorite concepts along with supply and demand. Okay, a third-party payer market is when someone other than the consumer pays for the good. Now this might seem odd, but it actually exists. And an example is insurance companies. So, you might have an insurance company that you pay a monthly fee to. It might be Cigna, Blue Cross, Blue Shield, but you pay them and they're your insurance company. So when you go to the doctor's office, they pay for your visit and then you pay a small copay. You're not actually paying for the full cost of your doctor's appointment. You only pay a copay. So we have our supply and demand curve. Supply and demand curve without any intervention, no insurance, no government, anything. Just the supply of medical care and the demand for that medical care. Okay, so look on the y-axis. Here's your $5 copay. So I know you can't really have a quantity for medical care, but just consider it as units. If that's confusing for units, just think doctor visits. So think 12 doctor visits, 19 doctor visits. So for each of these doctor visits or units of medical care, you pay the $5 copay. So let's just look at our demand curve. It's the quantity that we demand is going to occur whenever the demand curve intersects the price. So the price to us, the demanders, is $5. So when $5 intersects the demand curve, that's what we demand. So we're going to demand 19 units of medical care. Now, the supply curve is upward sloping. So for 19 units of medical care, the cost of one unit is going to be $20 because that's what the suppliers require if they're going to supply that extra unit. So this is interesting. This turns out that the insurance companies are going to pay $15 of that doctor's visit or that unit of medical care, and we're going to pay $5. So if we figure out how much we're spending on medical care, we're going to take the price times the number of units. So it's 19 units of medical care times $20 per unit. So $380 are going to be spent. Out of that 19 units, we pay $5 per unit. So the consumer, the demander, pays $95. The insurance company pays $15 of that visit. So they pay $285. So it adds up 95 plus 285 equals 380. So this is odd. So because we have this third-party payer market or insurance companies, we demand more medical care and a higher price is charged for that medical care. Now, let's look at it. If there's no insurance companies, there's no third-party payer. The third-party payer market doesn't exist. So it's going to be where the supply curve intersects the demand curve. Right here, the equilibrium quantity. At this point, medical providers are going to charge $17 for this number of units, and only 12 units are going to be demanded. We are only going to ask for 12 doctor visits. So we are going to pay 12 units times $17 per unit. We're going to pay $204. So remember, with third-party payer markets, the price of the service increases and a greater quantity of the service is demanded.